Hello Fantasy Faithfuls and welcome to Phillip Lindsay's Fantasy Snapshot. In 2019, Phillip Lindsay will be facing a group of teams that last year gave up 315.9 fantasy points to running backs, fourth most in the entire NFL, with 4.39 yards per carry and 15 touchdowns on average. Breaking down his rushing, Lindsay has 39% of his runs go straight up the middle, not high enough for him to be one-dimensional, but high enough for him to force teams to cover the middle and make room for his runs to the outside, as we'll soon see. He leans slightly to the right lanes too, which is good for fantasy scoring. When we look at the yards per carry, we really see that the runs up the middle open up the runs outside both tight ends. 8.5 and 6.3 yards per carry to the outside lanes is fantastic, and with 5.4 yards per carry up the middle, opposing teams still need to focus on those runs. The best team for Lindsay to run against would be his own team, as they are the worst at defending runs outside the ends. But other than them, look to start him in DFS against the Kansas City Chiefs, as they also struggle in these lanes. Lindsay's one-game floor is 5.7 points and ceiling 19.4 based on all the games he played last year. This ranks as the 11th highest floor and 16th highest ceiling, a really strong showing for a guy that had a split backfield. And the likeliness of him scoring above the ceiling and booming is great at 3.1%, while the bust risk below the floor is a decent 1.5. The bust risk is a bit on the higher side, but still manageable. His touchdown rate last year was 4.8%, 9th highest in the league. I don't expect him to continue this amazing number, but as his carries goes up, he can make up for it. And speaking of carries, I have him predicted for 204 and 43 targets in 2019 based on my market share study. Lindsay had very high highs and very low lows, which is of course impacted by him not being the regular RB1 for the entire season. He had a combined 9 usable weeks last year. I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. The situation breakdown for Lindsay shows that we can predict pretty well when to start him. He scored less points at home, so we want to be at an away game. He scored way more points against bad run defenses, so that's a given. And he scored more points against winning teams. When all these three combine, he is a must start. Lindsay saw 26 red zone carries in 2018, and with those carries, he scored 6 touchdowns. He saw almost 50% of the red zone carries for Denver. If he can keep the 50% and stay close to the 23% success rate, he will stay around 6 to 7 red zone touchdowns. I'm okay with that. The average risk of Lindsay not scoring above 10 fantasy points in 2018 was 29.5. Not the lowest of risk numbers, but still, he's in the David Johnson range, which is amazing for a rookie on a bad offense. Based on his current ADP of 33rd overall and all the numbers I've laid out in this video, I give him a draft grade of A. I love his running patterns so much, and at this ADP, I can't do but draft him. The only reason he doesn't get an A+ is the lack of red zone opportunities. Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.